Oh, was my mic off? Yeah, that would explain it. I've been talking to myself for about 30 seconds. Yeah, I do apologize for the inconvenience. It appears everything is working fine right now. Anyways, I'm glad you could join us again for this stream. It's a pleasure to have you back, I will say that. So, first of all, how's your day been? I asked that about 3 times, and I now realize why nobody answered me, but that's fine. My day's been great, aside from the technical difficulties so far. And queues haven't been too terrible from what I've seen. I hope it continues that way. Oh, my day's been great. I'm happy your day's been good, as always. And I've said this for about 3 streams in a row, I think. I hope you have a great day, and I hope it gets better. And as for tonight, stream's simple. I always do the same thing on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but I do have a question to ask you. Would you be interested in anything such as just random streams throughout the week that aren't Dead by Daylight related? Because I'd like to have some viewer input before I just go and do whatever I want. Because, sometimes you gotta jump off the deep end, sometimes you don't. Alright. Thank you for your input. That is actually really helpful. Because I have had a few games that I've wanted to stream, but I just don't know where to fit them in, right? Because, Dead by Daylight it's practically my thing. Oh, thank you for Made His Mom Fart for following me. That's a... thank you. Thank you for the follow. And also, funny, that is a unique username. I will say that. I haven't seen many... Oh no. It's not good. Yeah, I've been told that. Personality is... I don't know about my personality. From what I understand, it's good. Like my personality and all. But I don't trust myself as of yet. And this is not... Alright, it's just slight jittering. Should be fine. Oh, you got... Really? That's actually really... I did not... Huh. Oh, I missed... This is fun. But good on you for that. Right? Because Spooky Loops, from what I understand, is the biggest Dead by Daylight streamer. Yeah? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just here to stream. I don't usually watch streams. Actually, no. I do watch a lot of streams. This is not good. Why is the internet dying on me like this? Ah! He is the biggest. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I have followed him. I tend to follow, players, streamers I meet in the game, but I don't always get to watching them, which is sad, but you kind of just do whatever, to be honest. I mean, what? Too slow. So I'm just... My title, I know the title, I know what it says. It might have been a bit of false advertising. Hold on a second, I have to do something. Alright, so that didn't fix the problem, but I'd say it's a bit better than before, and hopefully I will be able to get rid of all the... I honestly don't remember what made me main spirit, because it's been so long, you know, sometimes you just forget what made you main characters. Like, in the beginning, whenever I first started playing this game, I was a huge, like, it was a Ghostface or bust, that was it. All I played was Ghostface, and I didn't do much else. And I'm still, I'd like to think, decently good at Ghostface. But I don't really know. 'Cause it's been a while since I've played him in public. But I'd say I do a good job. But Spirit is sort of just there. I don't remember why I chose her. And I don't think I ever will. And I don't know what's going on. Hold on, more technical difficulties. Ah, Chucky. I've gone against him a few times as Survivor. And I actually have played him a bit. He seems like he could be fun, but to be honest, he's not really my cup of tea. You know. I mean, there are some... like, it's all up to taste. And how well you can hear, I guess. But Chucky, that's actually it's a good main. I've heard at least. I've probably said that before, but I don't care at this point. It's just a running gag that I repeat stuff. Apparently including footsteps. This is not going how I planned, and that is probably not a good sign for the rest of the stream. Scene partner. Why is the internet so terrible? I am terribly sorry for the lackluster game. Ah, okay. Yeah, I can... to be honest, I can see why some people hate him. He's not really that bad to go against once you learn how he plays, which I think I've done a good job, but I don't really know. Since usually you don't go against Chucky in publics anymore. Well, I don't at least. That's probably just my personal experience, I'd say. What is going on? Alright, I will solve this next match. I will try and figure out what's going on next match. And hopefully, we won't do so terrible, I guess. I'm not usually as bad, I don't think. I have had a few hits in this match alone that I think should have hit, but haven't. Yeah, good Chuckies can be hard to come across, I will say that. Then again, that's for most killers, since a lot of people prefer to stick to sort of the meta, I guess, with the Blight, Nurse, you know, easier to play killers that are, you know, harder to go against. Like, technically Kaneki, but I haven't seen much of him either. Which is surprising, because he's been a nuisance to the community for a while. And it's... I think it has probably something... Oh, you play a lot of killers too. That is great to hear, actually, because I do main this... Sliding Legion. I guess that could be a good way to describe him. That is... Yeah, that is just... Kaneki. Yeah, I almost forgot his name for a second. Alright. Something tells me... There we go. There's a hook right here. Oh. What happened there? Alright. I'm not doing too well here. And I have him down, I believe? I think. I can't tell yet. It's fine. I'm gonna figure it out after this match, because it shouldn't be that hard to find out why I'm doing so terrible. He usually doubles back. He did double back around. I would be able to see that if... There we go. Alright. Please excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna go check on the state of that. I will be return in a moment. That was not too good. I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to do stuff. It's fine. It's alright. Wasn't terribly laggy, I guess. Well, not consistently, at least. I don't have scorch hooks, do I? I haven't downed 40 survivors? I guess that makes sense. Alright. Let's try that again, shall we? I do apologize for the... thank you for... Right, I already appreciated the follow, didn't I? But I'm just talking to myself now. Alright, so back on track. Here we are again. I am what was I gonna say? I'm usually good at talking, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's an old meme. I just haven't... I've had it for a while, and it feels wrong to change it at this point. Some things need to be changed. right? But some things don't. Which, speaking of change, I'm pretty sure a big change we all know is coming is that a few days ago the final Twisted Masquerade ended. No more Twisted Masquerades. There will still be anniversaries from what I understand. This is from my little bubble of knowledge. But the Twisted Masquerade has come to an end after 3 years, I believe. It was a great event, but I'm anxious and happy to see what the next event is. Because, unpopular opinion maybe, the events that Behavior has come up with for a long while have been great. I mean, 2v8, that right there was perfect. I don't think you can get better than 2v8. I mean, with the current iterations, you definitely can, because of the, I'd say, limiting amount of killers. But other than that, it's great, actually. You know, nothing too game-breaking, I guess. The ability to flashlight save has been given back, which is a good change in my humble opinion. You know, don't want to get too high and mighty, because to be honest, I didn't really go for flashlight saves and still don't. I don't know why. But let's see if this match goes better. I hope it doesn't go terribly as last one, at least. Because I know sometimes we can tend to be a bit unreal, I guess, like streamers. And by unreal, I don't mean like superhuman or any of that. I mean like putting up a veil to hide from other people. You know, show only what you think the public wants to see. But that's not a good thing, right? Because if you only show what people want to see, then why would they ever want to know you? They wouldn't. They'd want to know the you that you show to the public, which is... What was my point here? I don't know my point here. That's probably not a good thing. Forgetting my point is not a good thing. See? I was right. It didn't do too terribly. That one was just a lack of skill. Just like this guy has. Technically not a lack of skill, but my ingenious to bring. Okay, there we go. There. We can pick this up and move away. Go over here specifically, because I know these hooks, right? Hooks are good, no matter what. Like Scourge hook. Don't know what's happening there, but why do we double back? Like, I always double back. Bloodlust 1, this should give me enough to not hit her. Where did... oh, over there, I guess. That did not hit the Michaela. I was hoping to hit the Michaela, but that's fine. And I'm already doing a terrible job at this. Speed! Okay, good. I can somewhat get into chase now. That's an improvement from last match. I will say that. Is it a big improvement? Not really, to be honest, but it is an improvement. Ah. Yeah, something's wrong with the internet, and I don't know how to fix it, so I'm just gonna try and let it figure itself out. Because, as I'm pretty sure you can tell, and everyone can tell at this point, including me, the stream and my gameplay is suffering with the drop of connection quality. Unfortunately, until I do figure it out, this is probably what it's gonna be. Me getting stuck on dumpsters when I'm not even near. And blast mine, that's surprising. I do once again apologize for the lack of quality. Okay, never mind then, I guess. No chase. Let's chase you, see how far we get before you... Okay, there's a hit, right? I keep that hit. Good. Gotta keep that hit. I know it's technically not my fault, but I do feel it is somewhat my responsibility to provide, you know, quality content to my viewers, because I'm taking your time, well, you're giving me your time to watch me, and I feel like if it's not high quality to watch at least, then it feels like I'm taking your time all for naught. And until I get it fixed, this is probably what we're going to be left with. Hopefully I can find a way for it to prioritize the game over the stream. Because I feel like watching someone suck at a game in... well, watching someone suck at a game in 4K is a lot worse than watching someone be slightly decent at a game with 420, like 420p. Not to mention the lag spikes are not really helping my case with the title and all. That looking up was... this is not going too well. And I lost her. She's in here. Never mind. I mean, someone can wish, right? Ah, yeah, the streaming tends to do that where it'll prioritize, like, voice and stuff, as opposed to... Stop that. Hold on. But, you know, streams usually do that thing where they will prioritize voice, because from my understanding, it is less... like, I don't want to say demanding, but that's the right word. It's less demanding on the entire streaming service. That's what we'll call it, because that's I'm talking to myself, trying to make entertainment. I know that you guys don't have a clear picture, that's why I'm doing everything in my power to keep myself talking, keep you entertained until I can get it fixed. But as long as it hasn't just died, like no voice, no video. Yeah, I guess it is a podcast now, isn't it? I always wanted to start a podcast, I guess, so this is my chance. Not the most, like, conventional podcast, but still a podcast. And I'm sure you just heard that. It's not going too well, currently. Hello, thank you for joining us. There is currently an issue with the video, so I will hopefully get that sorted out as soon as possible. Yeah, I guess that is a good way to look at it. You're an optimist, aren't you? Nettie, you give off the vibes that you look for the bright side in every situation, and that is admirable in a person. So keep doing what you do, because it helps all of us. Even whenever I'm trying to stream and these issues keep popping up, use your flashlight, but I'm just gonna break the pallet and move on with my life. Been chasing your shack for the past... Oh, you see gameplay now? Okay, that's good. That is a step in the right direction. It's not a big step in the right direction, but it is a step in the right direction. So yeah, I know you're gonna be here. I'm not a fool. I know that I cannot leave it. This is gonna be terrible to... This is gonna be awful to upload to YouTube, isn't it? And mixed with teleporting survivors, rubber banding, and all that, this is probably not fun to watch either, I'd reckon. What were you doing back there? Well, there goes my chance at anything in the match. Please don't do this to me. I don't know how I missed that. Not doing too well for that. It's fine. We're good. It's all good. There are issues. I've acknowledged the issues. I doubt the issues are going to be solved, so gonna go try and see what I can do again. Alright, we should be back. I didn't pause it, I just muted myself. That's fine. Alright, we should be back. Everything should be fine. I think I fixed the issue. Alright, so. It's been a bit of a rocky start, but we've still got about an hour and 30 minutes left of stream, at the very least. So we should have a smooth stream from here. I hope so, at least. I used to have a bunch of technical difficulties back in the beginning whenever I first started, but that was mostly because of my own stupidity or other stuff. But this time I think I've fixed it. And if I haven't, then I will eat my words. And a hat. So far, so good. Looks decent on my side. And I don't think we're losing quality yet. Good. Okay. Yes. Pretty sure I did fix it. Alright! Hopefully the match isn't as terrible as the last two. And looks to be, from the survivors, a decent match. Alright, we are connecting to chat now. There we are. We have connected to chat again. So any messages that are sent... This is good. We've got it back. I've got it back. Managed to fix it. And now we're on. There we go. Wait. Never mind. I guess we can go in with the anniversary cakes. I just don't want to waste them all. Which I don't know why. But it seems everyone's going in with an anniversary cake, or most people at least. I wonder what that secret offering was. You know, picking up. Alright, this... I disagree with this strongly. It feels way too janky, even in its current state. I've had some times where I simply tap the button, or whatever, and it doesn't pick up. It does, like... I don't know if there's a specific timing, but I've had several times where I think I should pick up, grab, but I don't. And that was not one of those times. At least I got a hit on him. Okay, it looks to be so far so good. Never mind. Going good. Alright, I will... No. Quentin. No. We do not do that here. Quentin, we will deal with you later. Alright. There we go. Yeah, okay, so this is working a lot better. So that did fix it. It's good to know. So they unhooked him, and now the reckoning begins. Did not mean to tunnel there. Looks like I'm going to, though. Injure that Dwight. And get him down. Alright, didn't mean to slug you there, but you're going back on hook. It should be working now, I think, right? It showed all good on my end. Thank you for going to a corner, Dwight. So I couldn't be flashlight today. Oh, blinded. Not a smart idea. Smith. Quentin. Alright. Back there. They had several gens up and almost up and running. Now we know he can't get us because I scared him off. Everyone's injured. He's on second hook. 2 people are on second hook. That's a... I will usually say, well, actually I've never said this in my life, but usually, if your hooks are the same as your amount of, like, I guess, no, wait, if your hooks are the same amount of not kills, gens left, then it's usually a good sign. If it's more, then that's definitely a great sign. Alright, this is fine-ish. So they got Quentin off. They're going to be working on this generator now. So we can now hit this guy, chase him away, and then we put him on hook, since he hasn't been hooked, I don't think. Quick and quiet. Intriguing. Alright, following the sound, he's over here. We can let them relax a minute. I think I've got... He ran. Over that way. And he evaded me. It's cool, man. Not cool for you, but cool, man. Don't know what just happened there. Or where he is. But he's going on. There he is. Yeah, he's going on hook. Haven't had nearly as many lag spikes yet. So this is a win, all things considered. Go over to this generator, since I know there's someone on it. It's Dwight, who can outrun my lunges. Which I guess makes sense. Or maybe I'm just lunging too early. Yeah, that was the issue. Alright. Now that I'm not relying solely on myself to... I can hear you, you know. I'm not deaf. They buffed Dwight, didn't they? Yeah. Gave him 2 per match, so you never know which one you're gonna hit. Three gens and... Three gens, 1 dead, several on dead hook, I believe. And 1 lag spike lit. Never mind. Not a lag spike. It's great. Alright, now if I'm smart, now if I'm getting this right, which I should be, the only one left to hook is the, what's his name? Felix. Which shouldn't be too hard to find. Wait, why did I spin? This is the Clinton. Alright. It's fine. Remaining hooks is less than... greater than the gens needed. That's still a decent number. And considering there's only 1 person working on gens right now. You know what? Why am I... There we go. Smart. But you can usually break them out of it. Yeah, I knew where he was. I managed to follow him very, very well, actually. And now he's dead. Alright. So this is probably a terrible idea, but we'll see. I would have liked to get the Felix before hooking him. Actually, never mind, the Felix is up here. Now we look for Hatch. And he found Hatch first. It's fine. Still a good match. Still a great match to have the... Yeah, good game. I will tell that to everyone. I have been, unfortunately, slacking on what I said I was going to do before this. I remember that I thought to myself, I'm going to try and end the toxicity, like the toxic stereotype of all streamers being toxic, you know, that stereotype. But I was... how mistaken I was. Because the first way I said that was, I was going to commend the survivors on one thing every match. That has not happened for a long while. Alright. The only thing left is to find the killer while they're getting survivors and escape one more time. But, actually, do I have Scorch Hook build? I don't think I would, because I don't usually run Scorch Hooks. So, hold on a second while I mess up the spelling. This. Okay. Never mind. I'll just search up hook, I guess. Yeah, I have had a few hackers in my game. They're not... Hackers aren't... I don't like hackers. I feel like most people share that sentiment. But they aren't... They don't play very well. You have to win by waiting and using cheats, giving themselves an unfair advantage to get an edge in the game against someone who's more skilled. And that is not... It's not usually a good thing to have to use cheats and stuff to get an edge at the game, but this one hacker, I will always remember. I don't know his name, but I will always remember what he did. Because I downed him, right? This was a while ago, before I started streaming. I was playing on Ormond. This was before the Houndmaster was even announced, so it was just the simple Ormond, like, that thing. And I downed them near Shack. So I decide, hey, I'm going to try and pick them up, because one of their friends, they came in and stalled me for a moment. I go back to where the person was. They weren't on the ground in there. I go, oh, okay, they probably crawled out of the shack. And they were right next to the pallet, not the pallet, the window on the outside. So I vault out there. Usually, that would allow you to pick them up immediately. Turns out, I couldn't pick them up. So, I got super confused. And I spent most of the game trying to pick them up. It turned to the other survivors, that I'm sure weren't part of this guy's group, because of how they reacted. They were at this point watching while I tried to pick this guy up. And I never could, because he would always teleport somewhere else. And then he got up on his own, which wouldn't be surprising if he had no mither or unbreakable. But we'll get to that later. So I decide, you know what, screw it. You can have your little lag, because that's what I thought it was at that point. I thought it was lag. And I let him be. Near the end of the game, whenever the doors were already open, I walk over, patrolling the doors, blocking the open ones. And I see him outside of the place where you're usually supposed to be. But he wasn't running like normal. He was too busy moonwalking and just clicking his flashlight at me to do anything. We sat and waited there until nearly the end of the timer, and then he decided to finally escape. But go to check his perks. He had no perks and a normal flashlight, like green flashlight, with no add-ons. Yet his battery never died on the flashlight, despite how often he clicked it. So, yeah, not that fun to go against. But that's so far one of the few ones that I've noticed that is overtly cheating. Which I am thankful that I haven't noticed anyone else just cheating out in the blue. Because I should have reported the guy. I didn't. I don't know why I didn't report him, but I should have. And it's stupid that some people can, because behavior, right? They don't want cheating. That's why they have anti-cheat. But that doesn't help because, well, I mean, I guess it does. But what I'm trying to say is that they get strict on stuff like simple changes to textures, which I can see, especially with the Trapper in the early days. But then we have people like that who have probably disabled the anti-cheat. Don't know what you would get out of that, but here we are. I mean, some people see the game as fun only if they win. Hold up. Sorry guys, that was a call I had to take. Wait a minute. Alright. You know, they already have a gen, so I might as well be nice. I know this is the opposite of what the title anticipated, but you know, sometimes you gotta just bend the rules a bit. Like, that guy's name is... Huh. Mama Makama. Is that... Is he a Chainsaw Man fan? Oh. That would probably help, yeah. I think that's how it works. I don't know. I don't deal with easy anti-cheat. I usually play on console, which is why we're here, but... So I don't have to deal with the anti-cheat usually. Well, the loading thing at least. It probably is still active. And my internet is dropping again. Not too good. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't... This was technically, I believe, before I even had a Twitch channel, so I doubt it'd be him messing with my internet right now. Though it is a funny thought, I guess. Alright. And I don't know if a hacker, like... I don't know if anyone who randomly hacks in video games would be, you know, malicious enough to malicious enough to DDoS me. DDoS, I believe that's what it is. Yeah, it's one of those things, but... Oh! Cool, there we go. Now we will... And now I have lost them. This was not a long game. Probably not fun to watch. But, yeah, it is what it is. Oh wait, seriously? Huh. Oh, this is... I knew the spirit had passive phasing as an effect, and it's a really cool effect, but I didn't think they'd make it, you know... I didn't think they'd make it to where you have to fight with it to get out. Alright, now where's the... Yeah! Go ahead, get out. Hadn't been a long game either, so... That didn't go as planned. But it went semi-decently, I guess. And we're still getting quick blood points, so that's good. You know, I've been playing Spirit this entire stream. I'm gonna go to someone different, probably. I could play Springtrap. Do I want to play Springtrap? Not really, no. To be honest, I've just been wanting to play the Spirit for a while, and this is an excuse for me to just sort of binge play Spirit for 2 hours at the very least. So, I'll take my chance. I've also been trying to grind to P100, I guess, for the Spirit. Because this badge, I like the badge. But apparently the stuff for P100, like, all that is getting rarities based on the killer that you use, well, the killer or survivor that you P100. I think it's P100. I don't know when you get the badges. But that's what I've heard, right? And I'm pretty sure we've all heard different things. And I probably have enough of these to last for a month. So... gonna see how this next match goes. Hopefully it goes well. I might... I might end stream early if it keeps going badly like this. But if it manages to stay stable, I'd say, then we'll be good and continue. Okay, I know I don't want to end it too early because I know lots of people, and by lots of people I mean 2 people at the least, have been anticipating this stream for a few days. And if not a few days, at least a few hours. But I don't want to just stream for an hour and then, you know, give up. Because that's... no, that's not something I want to do, so... I'll just continue, I guess. Because it's not that bad. It's not been too bad for the internet. So that Fang is probably having... I think that Fang would be having connection issues. I don't know. Why do I always look over here? They always spawn in the opposite corner of the map, so they're on that generator. Where did... Okay, there it is. But yeah, I didn't want to just put out something terrible and... Like, I'd rather put out nothing than give you guys a terrible, like, unwatchable stream. That's the kind of person I am. If I can't put out something good, then don't put nothing at all. Because I've hit, at least from my perspective, at least 2 people. And this is not counting, so... Yeah, this isn't going as planned. Hit 3 people, but only one of them's been injured. Okay, there we go. Now I think it's going good. Now I think it's actually starting to work. Nope! Not that way, we'll go this way. Need Tokyo on Scorch Hook. Come on. Let's go. Come on. No, no, no. No, no, no. Not good. So yeah, this doesn't seem watchable. Yeah, and if I'm having this much trouble trying to play it, then it probably isn't fun to watch. So I'm gonna end it after this game, which is sad, because the killer streams are my favorite, right? The Survivor streams happen, like, every Wednesday. It's unfortunately more consistent with those, the internet and stuff. But sometimes you just gotta suck it up and pack up, go home, you know. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Like with YouTube, stuff like that, you can seem to not be going anywhere. And I feel like part of knowing when to do, like when to post, when to do all that stuff, is knowing when to give up. Which, giving up isn't... It's mostly seen as a bad thing, which usually it is a bad thing. But sometimes it's a good thing. Don't be afraid not to give up. But if you need to, then... But I am not trying to say at the first sign of failure to give up. What I'm trying to say is, when the time is right, whenever you know what, like, you're not going anywhere, any of that, whenever that happens, you need to know when to back it up, go. I guess they're 2 different things, giving up and knowing when to quit, but for the sake of comparison, they're the same to me. At least at this point in time. Yeah, no, this is not going well. So we've hooked 1 person on a Scourge Hook. And this is probably going to be my last chance to get those done, because... Please don't. What? Please don't do this. Alright, block the window. I think I was not in front of the window. And now come here, Meg. Basement hooks count as Scourge hooks. Yeah, that's sad too, isn't it? today was not meant to be a sad stream. I would like to keep it, upbeat with this community, right? But sometimes you just gotta admit that, admit defeat. Know that not everything is going as planned, and you just have to accept that. Like that. But yeah, this is so far not a great stream, started off as a great day, right? And it can still be a great day regardless of the stream and all that. But one thing that I do want you to know, alright, Nene? Talking to you personally right now, because first of all, I don't think there are any other people in the stream. There might be, but I don't know. Actually, yeah, no, it's just you in the stream. And because, you're so far, my only viewer having to deal with this, because most of my other viewers are from the States, I believe. But, first of all, we do have VODs, alright? We have a VOD channel for that. It won't be like watching it live, but it still does support me. So, feel free to do that. But other than that, it's been fun having you. And I really hope that next summer, you do start to join us again. But depending on how this day goes, right? It's been a good day. Oh, you did? Oh, thanks. I was wondering who those subs were, since I forgot to check, and I don't really know if I can check. But thank you for supporting the channel, right? Because it was a real morale booster, right? You just showing up is a morale booster, and I don't want you to forget that. Well, depending on what I decide, I might go live again tomorrow with a random stream, right? I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I might have a random stream. So, yeah, don't think it's over yet. This week has technically ended, but next week has just begun. So, there will be more stuff to look forward to. And I know you've subbed to my VODs channel, Nene. But if you do feel like subbing to my other channel, this is going up on the VODs. So, it's probably going to be weird for all the YouTube viewers, but if you do want to sub to my main channel, if you haven't already, that'd be appreciated too. Don't feel pressured. I always want people to do what they want to do, not like feel pressured to. Oh, thank you. Right, that's real great. But still, I don't want people to feel pressured. So thank you for subscribing. Yeah, subscribing. That feels so weird to say on Twitch, since usually on Twitch it's follow, like and follow. But on YouTube it's subscribe, which whenever I'm recording a video and not filming, but streaming on Twitch, it's two different things, two different mindsets, I'd say. Don't try. No! She tried it. And she gets away with it, doesn't she? No, she doesn't. She does. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I can still win this. Oh, no, you don't. Alright, I can still do something here. I feel like it, at least. Still something I can do, right? Right, there's a Sable. It might snowball. I doubt it snowballing, but it might. Because depending on what I do, it might snowball. I highly doubt it snowballing because of them healing so quickly. But they heal, yeah, that's why I highly see it not snowballing, but it was a good stream for the day. Gonna end this one a little early, but as always, have a good night. And don't forget to... Yeah, I'm not too bothered by it. Whenever playing this game, you learn to filter some of those out. Bond, finesse, windows, and decisive. But you'll learn to filter those things out, like bully squads, all those. So, have a good night. And I hope that the quality of the streams next week are better. So, I will see you later.